I grew up watching you guys, man. This is a real treat.
Yeah, Kat, I grew up watching you. You, not so much.
Take a break. We'll go back.
We'll be right back. I love the camouflage sweatpants.
Yeah, you're looking fly.
Thank you, man. You know, you would not believe how quickly I dressed. I was like, somehow the time got away from me. And I'm like, you know, I'm working out with the weights, you know, I'm really getting at it.
Yeah.
And then I go, I wonder what time it is. Fucking 20 of 12. Luckily, I don't live that far from here.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry I messaged you and messaged you. I feel like I always get time falls away from me.
I would have missed it if you didn't text me.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I texted you then.
Yeah. When you texted me, I thought, oh shit, did I miss it?
No. Have you ever? Are we? Should we roll? Are we?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Well, we're rolling. Okay. Wow.
We're in.
And we're out.
And we're So this is.
Come on, guys.
What
It
the
shouldn't
hell,
be like
man?
that.
What kind of ragtag shit is this?
Want to be able to see Kat.
We're running a janky joint around.
You're
Jeez.
embarrassing us, Lee.
No. This is what we do to all of our guests.
Yeah.
We
There you
just
go.
make it.
It's kind of a Eric Andre vibe a little bit.
And you're not going to wash the bottom? Oh, boy.
So this is the Catbird Pod, and this is our guest Kevin Nealon. Everyone.
Yay.
Hello.
Yay.
Wherever you are.
And this is our other guest, Joel Jimenez.
Yeah, unofficial co-host.
And unofficial official.
Official co-host whenever I'm
Whenever
needed.
you're free,
Yeah.
you're free. And Joel is pronounced.
What, my
How do you pronounce it?
Joel
Joel.
in Spanish.
Oh, it is?
Yes, we were close.
Oh,
I don't call myself that. It's just Joel, but for some reason, Kat's hell-bent on using the Spanish pronunciation of my name.
What kind of Spanish do you know?
Mexican Spanish.
I was just telling at. No, you don't pronounce Kat.
Kevin.
And Kevin.
At.
That I took Spanish for. I took French in high school.
Okay.
And I lived in Germany for 4 years, so I could, when I was a
Wow.
kid, so I would speak fluent German, but I've forgotten a lot of it. But anyway, I thought, I always heard that Spanish was the easiest to learn. So I thought, well, I'll wait. And then 4 years ago, I said, let's do it. I'll take 2 classes a week and just get this done, you know, so I could talk to...
How old were you when you left Germany?
I was 10.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
always wanted to go. I heard it's really cool there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Man.
So anyway, I wasn't learning anything because I wouldn't study. I would just do the 2 classes.
Yeah.
And when she go over the material again, I wouldn't know what she's talking about. So I finally ended up quitting, having the courage to quit.
Yeah.
And but I still I look at it still. I look at the homework I used to have, and I go, you know, I could do this.
What could have been, you know?
Man, I could be down on Elvira Street. Is that what it's called?
Elvira Street.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
whining and dining, wheeling and
I
dealing.
could be working those vendors left and right.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
They have tiny little rabbits down there that you can get.
They do?
Yeah.
That seems unethical.
It is unethical.
But they're good eating.
But
I'll tell you that.
no, Kevin, no. They're not even good eating. They're like this big.
Oh, they're cute.
They're
It
cute.
depends how
Squishable.
hungry you are. Yeah.
They're squishable.
They're squishable.
I failed Spanish in high school.
Really?
I took it. I was like, this is an easy A. I got in there. It's, you know, grammar, all that stuff. I'm over it. I can't do it.
But you know who I recommended for this class is, and she's been taking it since, and Melissa Villasenor. And you would think that she would speak fluent Mexican,
Sure.
but she didn't know. I mean, she knew a little, but
Yeah.
And we went down to
Elvira Street,
together
Elvira
to see
Street.
if we could just kind of pick up any kind of
Rabbits.
rabbits, Spanish rabbits. But yeah, it's hard. I think as you get older, it's harder too.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting English.
Me too.
Sure. I
Every
don't know if
day.
I ever knew it.
Yeah. I have a niece. She's 4 and she speaks Mandarin.
No.
She's also Chinese.
The language of
She's
oranges.
Chinese.
Oh,
Sorry.
she's Chinese, so that
She's
helps.
Chinese, so that makes sense. But
You can't really say Chinese anymore.
okay, she's Chinese.
Chinese.
So she speaks that, but in English. So she's got both of those in there already, locked and loaded.
Yeah, when
I
you're a
wish,
kid.
Yeah, I wish I had that. I wish my parents taught me something.
Yeah. I wish my parents loved me.
That's a deeper issue, really.
Kat, the last time I saw you was you were taking my name off the marquee, I think. Up there was somebody's name.
I think I might have been
You're on
in
a ladder.
but that was my job. It wasn't like I was up there just trying to take your name off
You
the
weren't
market.
stealing it.
You were the only name I took off. I was
It was
like,
my name
"Oh."
and Trump's name.
Yeah.
He tagged us onto mine. It shouldn't have been up there.
Yeah. Yeah. The marquee is. I have you ever been up on the marquee?
Oh, yeah, I have
Have
been.
you been up there? Yeah.
But, you know, I used to do open mic nights here.
Wow.
You know, this is like, I hate to say this, but I mean, it's true, but it's like 1978.
1978.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've been in comedy almost 48 years, something like
Wow,
that.
amazing.
But anyway, try to get out of it, man. It's not a good way to go.
Try to get out of comedy?
You know, it's stand-up. It's almost like be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be a stand-up. I didn't care about acting or any of that stuff. And all I wanted to be was a stand-up. And I never stopped doing stand-up for the last 48 years, whatever it is. And the acting came too. But the stand-up, it's like I still do it. I'm still on the road doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And I
Tulsa.
like it, you know?
Great. Is it true you did your first Tonight Show when you were 6 years in?
6 years old.
6 years old. Wow.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Well, see, that's the other thing. You know, I've been around since the 70s, late 70s. I'm that guy now who was the older comic, who I used to see when I was the younger comic. And I used to have the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson on my resume up top.
Sure.
You know,
Of course.
I don't have a resume anymore, but you know, back then you would have resumes.
Yeah.
But since then I've taken it down. You know, so I can't even mention it. But Johnny Carson was like the big guy back then, the
of
only guy.
course. Yep.
And if you could do him, that validated everything.
For sure.
So yeah, so now it's, you know, Conan, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Also a good
Conan.
one. Yeah.
So 1978, you show up at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
What was your first feelings of being there?
Oh, well, first of all, I was more of an improv guy.
Okay.
Because I had heard about the improv. I heard about Comedy Store too, but the improv was kind of New York-y. And I would, when I first moved out here, I lived on a friend's couch in Downey, which is about a 45-minute drive from here. And they had open mic night there at the improv. And I would drive in the 45 minutes and I would sit out in my car across the street. And I know a lot of people do this, I've heard, and then the next week I would go inside maybe. And I wouldn't go in the back room. And then, you know, it kept progressing.
Just gradually.
Until I went into the back room for open mic night, and I put my name in the hat, and they pulled it out like prime time. I said, Kevin Nealon.
Oh my
And
God.
I did not answer. I sat there, and everybody's looking around, and I'm looking around. So the next week, I did go on like a friend of mine drove me in, went on like 1:40 in the morning, and there's only 2 tables there, and they were drunk. But I got on stage. You know what it's like, man. You're hooked. You just even nobody laughs. You're on stage and you're doing it. So yeah, I became a bartender there for 2 years in 1980, and it was just what a thrill just to be there and to see all of these comics that I used to watch on TV come in. You know, on all these TV shows, and they're right in front of me. They're ordering a drink from me.
Yeah.
And I had to stop giving away free drinks. You know, say, "Oh, I saw you on the thing." No, that's on me. You know?
You're just getting wasted. Just a big fan.
Yeah. So anyway, I started doing open mic there on Sunday nights and here on Monday nights. But I remember you got more time than you do now. What do you get? Like 30 seconds now?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So
Much 30
about
seconds,
that.
yeah.
I think maybe it was 5 minutes back then. But there was 2 guys that ran it, Danny Mora and Robert Aguaya, 2 Mexican guys.
Hey.
And I
And we're
remember
back.
everybody would be huddled around that bar area, which wasn't a bar back then. And you'd be there like starting at 3 in the afternoon. And I would get there and you'd see all the same people, you know, same people all the time doing stand-up. And Danny would get up on a chair and he would do his little spiel, you know, and he was really kind of bossy, you know. And then at the end, remember, when you see the light, you say good night. It was like a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
You know, you're such peons.
Yeah.
When you do it. But yeah, that's what it was like and I always wanted my name on the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And there were maybe 50 names on it back then.
Wow.
And I never got my name on there because Mitzi never passed me for an audition, even though I was kill in the original room.
Yeah.
I would destroy it. But I think she knew I worked at the Improv, and she said I need to go work other places. So
Laugh Factory.
that wasn't around at the time. But anyway, so I did work other places. I kind of it was good that she said that because I really wanted to show her, and eventually I got a billboard across the street from a
Hell
comedy store.
yeah.
The ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
it wasn't for stand-up. It was for weeds.
Hell yeah.
But
You're
still,
But your face was there.
Yeah. But so now I found out that it's up there a couple of years ago. Somebody said, "No, your name's up there now." I said, "Really?
Yeah.
That was quick."
Dang. That's
So
amazing.
when did you find out that your name was up there? Or
Oh, it's a couple of years ago.
Yesterday?
I was telling somebody, I never got my name up there. No, your name's here, they said. I said, where? And they showed it to me. I'm like, wow. Finally,
finally.
Yeah.
35, 40 years later.
Man.
That's wild that your name's up there and no one called you or texted you and be like, Kevin, we're writing your
They
name.
probably did like 20 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they heard they got a new guy, too, that doesn't paint it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a guy that does it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good guy.
It's like those guys that come around to your house.
For the curbs?
And the curbs,
Yeah.
And they
We can
scrape it.
personalize it.
It's like $20. We got the stencil thing.
Yeah.
And I look at mine, I say, yeah, mine's pretty good. It looks, no, but you need it wider, Okay, but I can barely look at it right now. It's so bright. But, the numbers, I give you different numbers.
Yeah.
I said, no, I
Sometimes
need
they'll
those
do
numbers.
it first, and then they'll be like, so,
Yes.
huh?
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
It's like washing your windshield with a guy at the intersection.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get that all the time. I
Well,
get
your
that.
windshield
Well,
is.
I ask him, but no. He comes, sprays. You never see a lot of women doing that job. Actually, there's not a lot of women.
No,
No.
they
They're
don't. They
cleaning
don't.
that.
But, the guy where I go, it's in Beverly Hills, the guy changes your oil. Washes the car. Yeah, he'll detail it. It's a long light. It's a long light.
Oh my god.
45-minute job.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, I've really enjoyed my my journey to get where I am right now. I mean, I even tell people, I said, I would still be open mic nights if I never made it because I
Yeah.
loved it so much.
Yeah.
The excitement of it.
Totally.
But luckily I've still a stand-up.
Yeah.
And that's really what I'll be always, no matter what kind of career I have. I've done a lot of TV stuff, but I still consider myself a stand-up.
Yeah.
And every time I see you, we see you, it's just like, it's so cool to watch you as door guys because it feels like you're so present on stage. You're like new material. You're so engaged. You're interacting, and it's like for us who are developing comedians, like it's really cool to see that the craft for you is so. It's just so there, so present, and that you're constantly working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's like dated. When I watch you, it's you see a lot of like these older comics who have been doing the same act, God bless them. But yeah, I don't know. It feels modern. It feels like you're still always like working on stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to stay engaged.
Sure.
I like being around other comics.
Yeah.
I like being around younger comics to see what's going on.
Totally.
And, because I don't want to be that Shecky Green guy,
Yeah. Who's he?
That's exactly right. I was with somebody the other day. They didn't know who Gary Shandling was. Do you know who
Wow.
he is?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to be engaged with stand-ups or people of comedy because it's such a creative environment. When I'm home, I'm watching, Black Mirror or something on TV, and I'm enjoying it, ice cream and all that. But, to really kind of grow, you really need to be around other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
And really when I first came to the Improv, it was in the afternoon. I drove out with my friend from Connecticut in my grandfather's old beat-up car. And we pulled up to
So
the
cool.
Improv. And what's that?
I just think that's so
It's just like we romanticize these
Yes.
stories so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
You know?
so cool.
I mean, it was great. I mean, even though we had nothing, my mother made us a cooler of, like sandwiches and
Love it.
And we had that.
It's amazing.
We ate all that stuff before we even left the city limits.
Yeah.
She thought that'll get them through Virginia, and we're done by the.
Got us down the street.
Yeah, so I pull up to the Improv on Melrose in Hollywood, and I look through the window. I'm thinking, wow, this is the Improv. And Bud Freeman, who created it, who pretty much created the stand-up comedy world and clubs, comes out and he goes, "Can I help you?" I said, "Oh yeah, I'm just wanted to look inside. I just was curious about the Improv because I've heard so many. Well, come on in, I'll show you around."
Wow.
So he brings me in. And he shows me the clippings on the wall about Jay Leno and Letterman. I think they're still there. And he brings me back into the showroom. And I'm looking at that stage. I'm thinking, that's where Andy Kaufman, Robin Williams, all these Letterman people perform.
Yeah.
And I'm standing right there. And we were there for maybe 10 minutes. overall. And then he walks me out. He goes, "Well, come back and see us again." And I did come back again for 40 years. And I spent a lot of time in that place. You know, I mean, do you do the improv at all?
Oh yeah. When I started comedy, I did the improv the happy hour mic on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And it's a similar experience. I went to the improv, but I was too scared because you had to put your name in the bucket.
Yeah.
And I was surrounded by all these comedians that were so well. It was 3 minutes, and I had a friend. His name is Orion Levine. He's in New York now, but I just remember watching him on stage and just annihilating this open mic. And I was like, I can never, you know. But you're starting to get the strength or bravery to get up there.
Yeah.
And then the next week, Tuesday, put my name in the bucket. I got called up there. Never been so nervous in my life.
Had you ever done stand-up before?
I had been doing stand-up, but I had just been doing open mics at like kind of like...
Yeah.
And I think I did one at Flappers. I did a woman's open mic at Flappers where I did, my first ever was I did an act out of a tooth. Silence, absolute silence. And
3 minutes seems like a long time when you're up there, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it's enough to die.
Like now it doesn't
Oh
seem
my
like it seems like
gosh.
that's a blink, but
Yeah.
then it's like, God, I'm only a minute and a half in.
a
I'm
whole-
running out of material.
yeah, exactly.
Sweating.
And then I finally did the open mic at the Improv, and it was okay. I mean, I got a couple chuckles here and there, but
That's all you need. That'll bring you back.
Totally. And then I was hooked, and I was like, okay, now I had this. You know, you're like, okay, I can get up on that stage.
Yeah.
And then every week goes three better, trying to make 3 better minutes or whatever.
But who has a more exciting life and job than that excitement of thinking, okay, next Monday, I'm going to try to come up with new stuff, and it's so exciting. Oh, it's Thursday already. Oh, it's coming up.
I know. It's literally what gets me up in the morning.
I know.
When I'm just
Yeah.
like, because on Monday potluck, I get so excited to just be like, okay, what are we going to work on? Like, what are we going to do up there?
Yeah. A lot of comics ask me for advice, and I don't remember asking for advice when I was starting. I just
Yeah.
used to watch everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because I remember you always you find somebody back then and we go, this guy's good or this girl's good. And then as you become more successful, you go, that guy was not good. This guy was not good. I don't know why I listened to them.
The people I thought were like so good when I started, and now I'm like, oh my God. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to be associated with these people.
Like the Bobby Lees, you know. Sure, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lived at the Improv. I pretty much lived there. So when friends came out to visit me the first couple of years, they said, "Hey, where can you show us?" I said, "I can show you the Improv." That's all. I don't even never been to Chinese man's theater, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic. And I remember the first night I was at the Improv. I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm just so tantalizing. Everybody's, you know. I remember John Travolta came in once
Wow.
with Robin Williams, and they were just leaning against the wall, talking to each other.
Get
you
out
know?
of here.
And I'm sitting at the bar, and I'm looking at the mirror, and sitting to my right, again, I don't know if you know him, Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
He's okay, big bug eyes, you know. And I'm looking at him thinking, oh my God, that's Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
And then I look at the guy next to me. He smiles, and I said, "How you doing?" He goes, "Good, good." I said, "You in the business?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm the original Ronald McDonald."
Wow.
And I believed him.
Sure.
I believed him. And it would turn out later to be, oh God, I'm blanking on his name now. Anyway, he was Andy Kaufman's partner, Bob Zamuda. Yeah.
Yeah.
And down the road, he would ask me to referee the Andy Kaufman fights, you know,
Yes.
which one time he asked me, I couldn't do it because I had an open mic night somewhere.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've, you know, so then the Comedy Store, you know, it was kind of since I didn't pass the audition here, and Bud Freeman has me as a bartender, and
Yeah.
if somebody didn't show up, I go on and do stand-up, you know.
Yeah.
So that was more my home, but I knew this was big too. So, you know, I came up here, and I think lately, though, I've been kind of spending more time here than at the Improv, even though the Improv will always be my home.
Yeah.
You know, they have a new bar, because they sold the place for a while to a burger place. It was like a burger at the Improv. Yeah.
The umami burger? No,
Something like, I
something
don't
like
remember what it
that?
was, but they took the original bar out.
Okay.
And they put this new big bar in there but the original bar is upstairs, you know, up by the
Oh,
green
that-
room.
the-
yeah,
Oh,
yes,
that's
I
the
know where
bar
it's
I used to
at.
bartend behind. So whenever I go up there and I see it, I go, all the
Man.
people that sat at this bar, man.
You get like strong sense memory up there.
Oh yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
feel it. Yeah. I get that here a lot. I've been here like quite a while now, almost 10 years. And like, yeah, just all the rooms. I mean, you just feel the building has so much history, you know.
Yeah, like I was telling Kat on the way down here, and it wasn't until recently that I knew that I'd seen Mitzi's office.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
I haven't seen it.
I think it kept it the way it was.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
And Argus Hamilton's in there still.
Oh yeah.
And I've never been down here. I don't know if this was even this might have been a storage unit for alcohol or something. It was. Yeah. And then I've never been to the into the kitchen area or that office in the back.
Oh, the manager's office over there? You've never been over there?
No, not until a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But because Mitzi had such a strong reign on this place.
Yeah.
And you were so frightened by her.
Yeah, of course.
Because she could make or break your career. And so you didn't want to do anything wrong, and you just didn't tread on her. And it's different now. You have other comics producing shows and doing those, and once in a while you get a spot from the actual improv or the store.
Yeah. I think the sentiment is still kind of in. I mean, I work as a door guy here, but I still feel like the sense of trepidation of going certain places, or you don't want to step on certain toes. There is a general kind of, I don't know.
Some people aren't scared enough.
I know. Oh yeah, that's also true, I think.
Well, it's because you have so much respect for the place.
Truly.
That's what it is. And you want to, you don't want to step on people's toes. And I remember I used to be here at the open mic night in the original room, and it was on fire. It was hot. Mitzi would be in the booth with her, her sycophants next to her. And, it was just amazing. And then you're about ready to go on, and she would put somebody else out, like established comic on, to get that good audience, and then you'd end up going on at,
7 years later.
It can still happen sometimes, right?
Yeah. But, like I said, I loved it all. It was I would do it all again.
Man.
The thing is, though, that room, the original room, is so special that you could perform for one person, and you're just on that stage, in that space where legends have been. And I've never not wanted to be up there. Even if someone's like, hey, Kat, do you want to just test the mic or something? I'm like, I'll get up there. It just feels so special, that place.
It really is. Every room is special.
Do you have a favorite one
of here?
In this club? Yeah.
I like each room for different things. I love the belly room because I like an intimate crowd, like the lab over at the Improv. Although that room is not too good.
That room is probably the worst room.
But the belly room is really great because you're right on top of the people, and you feel like my favorite audience room is a dinner party room,
nice.
Because you can really work work up to it. People are always talking about stuff. And then, the original room, like you said, that was the open mic nights for me. And then the main room was always that was for the big, those are the Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, all those, Jay Leno, Letterman. And that, I never thought I would ever be in that room. But, times have changed.
Yeah. Now look at you. You've come a long way.
I've come a long way, and that room has come down a lot in my expectations.
Yeah.
What was that like the first time you stepped on the main stage? What did
Here?
Did you feel?
I don't remember the first time, but it was, I didn't feel comfortable in that room because I knew the history of it and who had been there. Even when I sit in that green room in the back of the main room, I just can't stop thinking that if I were sitting there 30 years ago with all those comics that were, I would just shrivel up into a little ball because that was the altar back there.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. The original room was really the meat of the club. That's where, the good comics were and the beginners were. And like you said, there's a lot of amazing people that have been on that stage.
Man. Yeah, Argus was saying that apparently it's also one of the hardest rooms because something about the walls, the original room, that most walls have something in them that helps the laughter sort of bounce around, and that one it just kind of hits and dies,
dissipates.
So it's a little bit harder to get it really cooking in there.
Yeah. Well, Kat, how you say you love the original room and you go on no matter what, just to take the mic. Most comics, if they're offered a stage time, they'll take it. Yeah. Even though they don't plan on taking it. It's I don't want it. It's like a built-in instinct where they go, Yeah, sure. I'll do 5.
I'll do
Addiction.
5 in an intersection, cleaning a window. Sure, why not?
So a couple of years ago, the AC broke in the middle of summer,
Oh,
and I had some
Been there.
people coming to
Yeah.
watch me that I was trying to impress, and
no.
it was boiling in there. Nobody was laughing. People were sweating, and
It
doing all
smells
this stuff.
sometimes.
Oh, it's
yeah.
so
And I
sticky.
still went on, and it was the only time I ever. I can't say bombed because it was
no.
unnatural. It wasn't like realistic situations.
Yeah.
But I wish I never had done that because it was just hot, and the people afterwards said, "Hey, that was you're funny, man."
Yeah.
You know, like, if they say anything, you know,
Some of those that are just
yeah.
like, wow.
So that's okay. You don't have to say that. I know what I was. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, when heat is a factor, though, it's how do you do it?
Yeah, heat is comedy killer.
Comedy killer. Wasn't it Letterman? Someone always has the room like frigid.
Yeah, Letterman in the studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freezing.
A lot of
freezing.
theaters, it's just like if people are cold, they'll laugh more. I don't know if it's like they want to warm
Or
themselves
stay
up.
alert,
or-
I guess.
Well, the worst thing is when you are doing your stand-up and you see an old woman like a couple rows back with her program.
Oh,
Sure.
It's like,
Yeah.
Baptist church.
Why not just attract all the attention?
That and light on an audience. I think Steve Martin said like light on an audience is death. They
Yeah.
just people want to feel like they're anonymous. If they're out with coworkers, they don't want to be seen what they're laughing at. You know, like
Oh, that makes sense.
So-
Also, as a comic, you don't want to see the room is only half full.
sure,
You know,
sure,
when
sure.
they put the lights on.
Yeah,
That doesn't bug me so much. That maybe because I'm not like full rooms are so rare for me. So it's like, but I've been on the road with a few people that are like, it was 80% full. I'm like, yeah, but there was still 3,000 people
Sure,
there, you know. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you always see the seats that are empty.
Mm.
It could be packed, but you see one empty table, and you go, I suck.
yeah. Or the one person that's like this. You know?
Oh, I get a lot of
hate it.
those. I get a lot
I
of
had a
those.
couple in front of me the other night in Pittsburgh, and the guy was smiling, and the woman was just kind of. I mean, she wasn't angry, but she was just not. And it turns out she's a therapist,
Oh no.
and her husband was a forensic therapist or something, and he seemed to be having a pretty good time. And I said, "Did your husband drag you to come here?" He goes, "No, I dragged my husband to come here." But as a therapist, she's probably just thinking, she's analyzing me.
Sure.
Probably.
She's probably trying to recruit clients, I think, right? If I was a therapist, I'd be like,
I was supposed to do an hour, but at 50 minutes, she goes, "Okay, time's up." Take a break. We'll be right back, everybody.
you're like, but I haven't talked about my dad yet.
Who influenced you guys?
Oh.
Oh
I
my
mean, you get that
gosh.
asked all the time, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, my probably Carlin. I remember seeing very young. Chris Rock. I love Todd Glass. That was like
Oh,
he's
yeah, I
a
love him,
real
man.
one of my top 5s.
He's really unique. He's different.
yeah. Just
Todd
Richard
and I,
Pryor.
Oh,
you know?
Richard Pryor was
Richard
great.
Pryor.
Todd Glass, I haven't seen him in a while, but then we were at the Ice House together. He was on before me.
Yeah.
And so he finished his act. He introduced me, and I came up and I kept him up there. And we had there was 2 stools. So I just started like a little talk show with him. He hadn't even
Amazing.
expected it. But that's what I like, because after you do stand up for so long, you just want something different.
Yeah.
Fresh. Yeah.
And we just kind of riffed, and it was fun. He had a great time. He's not used to doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And, I think that's about being in the moment when you're doing stand-up. People tell you got to be present, be in the moment. And when you see an opportunity to try something new, even if you're a little bit afraid of it, you do it.
And if it goes well, it feels really good.
It feels great.
Yeah.
On Kirk Fox, you know him, right?
Yeah.
We do this thing, because I used to new material at the Laugh Factory
Yeah.
that Kat came to.
Oh, yeah, the first time.
And so we would do this thing. From there, we had such a chemistry where he was like, a big BSer. He would talk about anything right away, not even think about it. So we really kind of hit it off on that. And so we would go on the road a little bit, and kind of like outside of L.A., and he would open for me. But afterwards, I'd bring him back out, saying, "Here's the man who knows everything," and give him a name.
Yeah.
And we sat down and we just riff again, not even knowing what we were going to say.
Yeah.
And, I had 500 people in the audience, and it was fun.
Yeah.
So going back to what you talk about fear, right? And like going into that, have you always looked at fear as something that you should like walk into, or like anything that you're afraid of? Because I find as a stand-up, I agree. I feel sometimes my act gets stagnant and I want to change it up, or I want
Yeah.
to talk to someone, but I get afraid.
Same, yeah.
Because you're saying if it pays off, it's great, but then the failure of that is so, it can be it's so treacherous.
Yeah, well, I mean, doing stand-up in itself is facing your fear.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody would start and feel comfortable on stage, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
But I do think you grow by taking chances that you're uncomfortable with, Yeah, like I said, I watched Andy Kaufman a lot and talk about a guy who was so experimental and taking chances and didn't really care if he got laughs.
Yeah.
And, he would perform and not get any laughs, and then still it would be a success. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely, yeah, you gotta try things that you feel uncomfortable with. And at this point in my career, I'm still trying to think of things like I'm thinking, there's so many comedians out there now. When I started, there was a lot, but not like it is now. Like I said, there's only like 50 names on the Comedy Store, and I knew everybody's act. I knew Seinfeld's act. I knew when they would swallow before a joke. I knew that I could do their act on stage.
Yeah.
And I knew when somebody got a new shirt.
Wow.
And
You're like that a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I have
Yeah.
a bit of like a knowledge of everybody's shit, yeah.
He's got one shirt.
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the other thing too. What do you wear? What do you wear? No, comics are so, they're so casual now with jeans and even some with shorts. Wearing
Yeah.
shorts on stage. And it's on TV too. There used to be a point where you just wore a jacket and tie on TV.
Yeah.
But now everything's changed and it's casual kind of stuff. But you do see people like Tom Segura and Joe Coy and people like that, where they wear a nice jacket.
Yeah.
And they'll have nice slacks on and some new white sneakers. You
Yeah.
know? So it's not like ripped jeans.
Sure.
Like that might be more of a David Cross kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because that's
Birkenstock.
his
Dave Attell.
Yeah. I wore flip-flops when I started doing the open mic. I wore flip-flops. I didn't know, but that was like Bud's number one rule. I remember.
Oh,
and
right.
Rita, I had no idea. I just started and then it wasn't until like 6 months later where people are like, Kat, you can't wear flip-flops.
Put some shoes on.
But 6 months I was going up at the open mic wearing flip-flops and
Yeah.
people were just letting me wear flip-flops and like ripped jeans and they're like, sure, she's going to do well. So
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Like I didn't know when you do a talk show with Ellen
yeah.
or Letterman, you don't talk about body functions.
Ah,
Yeah, or fluids.
yeah.
no.
That's the go-to, man.
Yeah. How am I going to do an act without that?
Yeah.
So no pee pee poo poo.
None of that.
Wow.
No. None of that.
Did you do that? And they
I don't think I did because I was told.
Oh, okay.
not
At
to.
least you're told.
That's such a funny
So I had to get
talking
rid of.
to.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I did a sketch once on SNL I wrote with Christina Applegate, and because I've been going to a lot of auditions, and they're really uncomfortable. So sometimes the casting agent will come out and say, "Okay, you have the right sides." I go, "Yeah, okay." You're going to be reading with Jack Crenshaw, this is actually what happened. Okay, here's the sketch I wrote, Christina Applegate. She's sitting there waiting to go in. I come out as a casting agent. I said, okay, Christina Applegate, do you have the right sketch? Let me see. Okay, I actually have a new one here. Let me give you this one. And she goes, okay. I said, we'll be bringing in a couple minutes, and you'll be reading with Jack Crenshaw. Just so you know, Jack has a deformed hand. So don't go to shake his hand. You know what I mean? Because he's very self-conscious about it. She goes, oh, okay. Anyway, it just progresses. It evolves similar. And then you come back out. Sorry, we're just running a little bit. It'll be just a few more minutes. I'm so sorry. Just want to give you a heads up that one of the producers, Rick Stevenstein, was severely burned on the left side of his face.
Don't look there.
Don't look at the left side of his face. I mean, it looks like it's melted. And then by the end, I come out with a little towel. I said, okay, we'll take you now, Christina. And she goes, what's the towel for? I said, well, Tom Schiller likes to pee on the head of the auditioners. You know what? It just... So we did that one.
That's so funny.
I just talked to her the other day, kind of a random phone call, and
Yeah.
she was really embarrassed about that sketch, looking back at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure weirder things have happened in an actual casting. You know?
I mean, it would have.
Oh, yeah, man. I've
Yeah.
had all kinds. I've had a guy once who wouldn't stop laughing. He got into a laughing fit. I'm really standing there for like 3 minutes. You know, and then he stopped and he looked up again. He started laughing again. I think I eventually just walked out.
But he was laughing at you.
I think
at your
he might have
performance.
been laughing at my performance or that I was standing there.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. He just started laughing.
Yeah. Another time I was pitching a show to some guy, and big desk, you know, big executive, and I'd be reading it. And I look up, and he'd be looking at the game on the TV next to
Oh man,
Oh no.
tough. That's a rough
Yeah.
one, man.
me. But do you act?
A little bit. I mean, I've acted in I've done sketches and the
Yeah.
various auditions. I do enjoy it though. I think that I have kind of had to figure out like my voice or like my style and with acting, but I don't really get a lot of opportunities to act.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a stand-up purist, I suppose, until I get an audition and then I'm
Sure.
like, okay, I'm an actor now, I guess. But
You're a stand-up actor.
I'm a stand-up actor.
You do a scene before you say your lines. You go, "Where are you from?" And you do your line.
You go dating?
I'll tell you one other bit of advice that I think is the best advice for any stand-up or anybody even acting is an improv group. You know, like the Groundlings or Second City,
Sure.
Yeah.
because that makes you ready for anything. It helps
Yeah.
you think on your feet quickly.
Yeah.
Gives you like maybe character ideas if you get on SNL or any other show. Like I was just a stand-up, so when I got on SNL, I didn't have any characters in my back pocket, or I never done sketch work before.
Did you have to do a character for your audition though? Isn't that part of it? Or?
Not really.
Okay.
I did some of the stuff I did in the Tonight Show.
Okay.
I just mapped it. I did,
Okay.
and then I did. Dana Carvey and I used to share a house together with a couple other comics. And
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and
cool.
we would often be in the in the driveway area. It's like a little courtyard driveway, and just kind of riffing on different ideas, characters.
Sure.
That eventually I kind of put in my audition piece for Lauren and everybody there. But it was really not flushed out. It was like a couple of there were these two porn actors, right? And the director's chairs getting made up with the mirror in front of them. And they're just talking casual, like, Fred, we're going to the concert next week. If you want to, that's right, Trudy, make it nice for the people, a little more on the side. But if you want to come, I'm driving, and then a little more pinstripes on the right side and some sparkles for the people. It's only for the people. It was very, because, so those were like two characters we would do. And then another one was, it was kind of like Wayne's World. We would call a couple of Sammies. And we're these two guys down in the basement with baseball caps on sideways and, the Cubs jerseys on. And we would go, and we'd be eating a lot of Chinese food, watching TV. Go, hey, Sammy, you know what I want to do one day? What's that, Sammy? One day I want to get a boat. I'm going to sail it around the world, and I'm going to, visit every... who am I kidding? That's another thing I'm never going to do. Pass me that dim squat, please, Sammy. And we watch TV, then he'd come up with something. You know what I'm going to do someday, Sammy? What's that? I'm going to get myself a jetpack, and I'm going to...
Damn, I would love a jetpack, actually.
Yeah.
Still want that.
So that was like the two of the characters I only had.
Amazing.
And then I did some stand-up. But that was it,
So okay, so you auditioned for SNL one time, or
Yeah, one time.
and then
Dang.
and you get the job.
Yeah.
You never got it, actually.
Yeah.
Never got it.
And then, so what was that like? How did you feel? Was it kind of surreal that you're now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was a stand-up.
Yeah.
I never even thought about being on SNL or doing a sketch or doing a character. I would watch Robin Williams do characters, and I'd be just bowled away. I'd
Blown
be,
away,
holy, how does he do that?
Yeah.
And so it came so quickly. Dana called me from, I've told this before, but I'll tell it again. People asking me how I got on there because I was just a stand-up. And I knew Dana, and Dana recommended me. He said, he actually called me once from Laura Michaels' house out of the blue. It was the summer of '86, before our first season. And he calls me, he goes, Kev, I'm out at Laura Michaels' house. I'm in the back bedroom. Guess who's in the kitchen? Bill Murray.
Wow.
I'm like, no way. He goes, yeah. Anyway, they're looking for a new cast member. I told him about you, and I think he's going to want to see your audition tape. And I'm like, Bill Murray's in the kitchen? I wasn't even like
What's he
entertaining
Sure.
because I knew I'd never get on there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I sent him my audition tape, which was basically the Tonight Show.
Were you living in LA at the time?
Yeah, I was still
Okay.
in that house
Okay.
that we shared.
Sure.
And so another 2 weeks goes by, the phone rings, and Kev, it's me. I'm back at Lauren Michaels' house. I'm in the back bedroom.
Bill Burr's in the kitchen.
He's still there. I goes, guess who's in the kitchen? Steve Martin.
Wow.
I'm like, no. He goes, yeah.
Kitchen's so cool.
They had a big stage there.
Yeah.
And he goes, anyway, Lauren, like your tape, I think they're going to fly you in for an audition. I'm like, Steve Martin's really in the kitchen? Because I knew I'd never get on that show because I don't do characters or sketches or, you know. And so I thought, well, you know, it's a free trip to New York. I'm not going to get it, but I'll go. Yeah,
I
I'll
love
see
how you're
30
just
rounds.
in like denial. There's like, there's no way this could happen.
No,
for
it's
me.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
Probably
You know.
helped, right? You're like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I'm on the flight with, you know, like a ton of like groundlings, actors, and they're all like nervous and stuff.
Sure.
And I'm like, this is, you know, I don't even know where they taped that show. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Like, we're going to New York, right?
Yeah. Is this New York? Is that what's
We're in
on?
New York.
The live from New York? Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I go up there and they call me and I go in there. And I don't even think I did it on a stage. I think it was like at the end of the bleachers on the floor.
Man.
And I never saw that audition, but I went to see the Lauren movie recently that came out, and they showed part of my audition.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end with the montage?
I'm not sure. It was in the middle somewhere, but I remember when they were showing like Phil Hartman's audition.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and then I thought, don't show my audition. Please don't show it. And they showed it, and I was so embarrassed because I just didn't look good. You know?
Oh, well.
My hair was screwed up. I looked a little heavy, tired.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't feel good about it. But anyway, 2 weeks later, I'm in a high rise over here on Sunset, and across from Lauren, he's offered me a job on SNL.
Wow.
Someone's in the kitchen.
Yeah. Liberace is in the kitchen.
You're in the
Now
kitchen
I'm in
now.
the kitchen. Yeah. So I said, he gave me this whole spiel. You know, it's like a half hour talking about the show and what he's going to do with it, and then he excuses himself to go to the restroom. And my manager at the time was Brad Gray from Brillstein Gray, and I go, "What do you think, Brad?" He goes, "Let's tell him we'll think about it over the weekend." I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, just tell him." Then he comes back in, and I said, "Well, Lauren, I'll think about it over the weekend." He goes, "Well, you think about it over the weekend. We'll see you in New York on Monday."
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I came in on Monday, but what I didn't put two and two together that Brad also managed Lauren Michaels. So that was probably the game plan. You know, you tell your thing, excuse yourself, go to the bathroom. I could talk to him about it. He'll tell me, and then bingo.
Oh my God.
So, but you know, it happened so quickly that I didn't even get a chance to tell like a lot of my friends. All of a sudden, I'm in New York.
Yeah. You're on a
Yeah.
flight
Still
over.
living out of my suitcase because the year before us was a horrible year for SNL, and they were thinking about pulling the plug.
Yeah.
So every week we had to really fight for the show to stay there.
Which isn't that kind of the very nature of stand-up and like comedy in general? It's like just the year before, right? You're in your lowest, and then you get into these highs, and let's like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I get into my low, and then there's a high, and then right next to it, it's
Well, that's the great thing about this job. There's got to be a high after that.
Yeah.
You know, and a regular job, it's just, you know, maybe your mood is different, but this is exciting. This is a roller coaster. Even if you're low, there's all this stuff going on around you, right? And that's the other thing for stand-ups is it's like, can you just enjoy what you've done so far? You know, you've done, you know, the main room.
Yeah.
Or you've done the Tonight Show. Don't be thinking about your next Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or, you know, you've done whatever it is, you know, just enjoy that. And you don't have to really start writing your next set, you know, right away.
I'm so guilty of this though. I feel
Everybody
like
is, yeah.
I'm always in this place of like, oh, like I need to be doing this, and there's very few moments where I look around and be like, oh my God, like I'm a door guy at the comedy store, something I worked for so long, you know, like I'm performing and introducing you or you know these amazing like comedians that I've always looked up to, and I don't know. There's a lot of like, I gotta just take it in and be like, this is what we.
It's a great journey, man. And I know you guys will be doing it for a long time. And just, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even being here right now, I mean, the access we get to certain like very cool things is
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many other jobs where you get that. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah, and who else has a job where you're loved on stage? You know, I remember breaking up with this girl once, and I was devastated. I couldn't get out of bed. I lost like 40 pounds. I looked like I had AIDS. I wasn't shaving. But when I went on stage, because I knew I would find some solace there.
Sure.
And it was like an island. It was like Disneyland. I'd be up there and I'd be okay. But when I got off, it was like stepping back
been
into
there.
the
I've
darkness,
been there
right?
so
Yeah.
much. Oh.
Yeah, I think
There's
we've
this-
both been there.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
all this when you just find this like little comfy, cozy blanket
Yeah.
for 3 minutes.
This is me. This is my life.
This
This
is
is my,
Connection to
Yeah.
So what is your what's your thing here at the Comedy Store? You still working the door, right?
still working the door.
And then
yeah.
do you have any regular spots that you do?
So basically, the door system works where we do the Monday open mic, we do the friends and family,
Yeah.
and then the booker gives us spots throughout the week. So we'll get
like cold opens. We'll do 5
open.
minutes at the top of
That's
different
right.
shows.
Or the end.
yeah.
Or we'll get we'll do our own shows where we'll get like 10 or 15 upstairs, depending on what it is, things like that. And then being here does get you a little bit of cachet around LA
Yeah,
and
for
around
sure.
the country, even,
And you learn how to park cars.
Sure, I don't do
I
that.
didn't do
I don't
that.
mess with the lot.
You
I'm
don't?
scared of.
I haven't. Have you had any crazy lot stories? Has anyone crashed your car in the lot?
No.
That's good.
No, but I'll often take the keys with me.
Good.
Sure.
That's a good idea.
But not on purpose, so that the
Yeah.
car is stuck. But I used to work for a car leasing company,
Okay.
so I was good at kind of moving cars around.
Yeah.
And we were delivering. My roommate and I, my first roommate, he would do the I think it's called the mule kind of a thing, where I would take a car. It was Beverly Hills Leasing Company. All the big stars went there, like Jerry Lewis and Barbra Streisand.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these cars
Heavy.
were like, I came in like my grandfather's old beat up car
little bike.
over 200,000 miles that
Yeah.
broke down. And now I'm just getting into this Mercedes, like that's like not just a Mercedes, it's like a custom. You could smell
Yep.
the wood.
Oh,
And I'm
gosh.
like driving it, and my friend Dan is falling behind. He's the horse. So I drop it off and we go back in his car.
Yeah.
And so I learned how to park really expensive cars. So I was really pretty good at
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And
My-
hit the curb.
Yeah, my first day working at the door, first day, they put me in the lot so I could train in the lot. And I remember it was Whitney coming. I have a Ford Focus, 2006 Ford Focus, no cameras, all got to do it by yourself. They put me in Whitney Cummings' car. Her dog was in the back.
Oh, no.
And she has like a white Porsche, I think, and there's that she just had a baby, so there's like it just was like
baby's in the
the
back.
baby's in the back. There's a guy,
He's in the back.
and I'm so. And the guy who was teaching me was like, "Kat, just park her car," and it was full at this point. I was like, "I don't want to."
You
This
got
isn't
5
for.
DUIs.
Yeah, I
You're
took the
drunk
car.
while doing it. Yeah.
So at that point, I did what I could do, but I was like, I don't know if this is worth it for me, because
I'm not a car man. I'm a doorman.
I'm a doorman. I do the doors.
I like they call it doorman still for you.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Door guy for
They will not
everybody,
make me
yeah.
a door lady. That's Mitzi's rule. No door ladies allowed.
Yeah.
We got to go up to the belly room if we want to be a
That's
door
right.
lady.
A door person.
Yeah. But then that being said, so I stopped in the lot, and then I remember the next day I saw a fellow door guy drinking. I won't name, but he was drinking, and I was like, "Oh, are you off the clock?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go park Bobby's car." I was like, "Okay."
Oh, man.
So, anyway,
It's so funny thinking about these comics now with these nice cars.
Yeah.
Where they were all like at one point, just scrapping.
Yeah.
Just getting by.
Yeah.
And now they've got like the Porsches and
the watches.
all the watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
and the
sneakers, all
fancy
that.
sneakers and the tight underwear. Yeah, all that
cam-
stuff.
I don't know if I'd ever get I would just get like a new CRV or something.
I think I would too.
But that's,
I have
don't-
a RAV4.
Oh,
yeah.
great car.
RAV4.
One of the best
Oh,
cars.
no, it's
Yeah.
good.
My
'cause I
dad's a
got-
mechanic. So.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I was looking for a safe car because my son just got his driver's license. I want to get a car that he could share and not be like all the other kids in his school where they have Porsches and Mercedes.
USC.
Well, it was at Brentwood.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
he is at
Well,
USC now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't drive there. But so I love the RAV4.
Mm-hmm.
And, you get to a point where I don't care a lot about cars. I
Yeah.
just want something safe. And I drive, I rent a lot of cars around
Yeah,
the
on
country.
the road, yeah.
And the RAV4 is always like, it's nice, got room for my legs, and it's safe. And it's not like a big deal, you know?
It's always at the top of the list of best cars. You know? Best mileage, everything.
So, like, I don't need to pull in. I also have a Bugatti, by the way.
Oh.
But I don't drive that a lot.
yeah.
That's for Fridays.
But I don't. I do have another. My wife's car is a Lexus, but
Okay.
I like driving the RAV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's easy to park,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
But I don't.
Does it have the cameras? Front?
It does.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how to work it though. I saw a light flashing the other day, and I told my son, I said, I think I got the camera working.
It's recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first day he was driving with me, we pulled into a parking garage, and they got the gate down. So you got to get the ticket out first, and then it'll go up. The gate was down, and he leaned over to get the ticket, and he didn't have it in park or anything, and the car started moving toward the gate. And I said, Gable, put the brake. You're moving. He turns, and the gate is like bending. It's like that. But the car's hitting, and it's ready to snap. And he puts the brakes on just in time, and he backs up. But he goes, do we get that on a camera? Can we get rid of that? Can we get rid of that footage?
Delete the footage. No.
The first time I started driving, I had a Honda Civic. I think it was a 2007 Honda
Honda's a
Civic.
good car.
I loved it. It was one of my favorite. Her name was Sparkle. And I was up this incline, and I didn't know really about reverse yet. I wasn't reversing a lot.
You never had to back up
I
anywhere.
just never had to back up. So I was
Forward.
in drive
Yeah.
up a hill, and then I just started going
Oh,
down.
That's so scary.
And but I thought that was what reverse was. Like, I didn't even think about it. And then I immediately hit someone's mailbox.
Oh no.
But that guy ended up being he was a boyfriend. And he was not very nice. So.
Oh, your boyfriend.
Yeah. Ex-boyfriend. But,
The first thing you want to do is stop them from getting mail.
That's what
And
I
that's
think.
a good thing.
I was like, there's no way this guy's getting mail. I know what you're up to.
Yeah. But some guys are really, and girls are into cars.
Sure.
And I see a lot of these comics that are making tons of money now.
Yeah.
They'll have like warehouses full of cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I know some of them.
So when you got your first big paycheck and you're like, this is it, I've made it. Did you have any like splurge that you went on, or something you really wanted to
I
get?
got to be honest with you. I don't remember getting a big paycheck. I don't ever think I got a big.
Still waiting for it.
I never got a big paycheck until like maybe I got on a series. Even SNL was like $6,000 a week for a show, or $8,000 as you got up more.
Do you remember what your rent was at the time?
Yes, I remember exactly what it was.
Okay.
Not far off. Lauren would tell us, use your money to get a good apartment, because that's where you're going to be. You need to rest there. So I found a place, not originally, but like 5 years in, I was renting a federal style building in the West Village, 4 fireplaces, 4 bedrooms, high ceiling in the living room, like friends.
Yeah.
Looking down on a cobblestone street, and then the meat market district over there, which is now called I forget what it's called. The hip meat market it used to be.
Okay.
Galveston or something. Anyway, it was $4,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, which seemed like a lot.
That's crazy
back then.
now. Yeah.
That was crazy.
I was hoping it'd be like 500 in the Lower East Side.
No. It was still a lot
Quarter
of money.
of a mil,
was
but we
a lot
made
of
it
money.
work.
But now it's got to be at least 20, 25,000.
So were those 4 bedrooms your 4 bedrooms?
Yeah.
Oh, you just had 4 bedrooms. You're like,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
case I get have
Yeah,
friends.
one of them I turned into an office.
Bill Murray was in one.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
She was in the kitchen.
But they each had a fireplace, which is cool.
Amazing.
And
Safe.
it was a walk up.
Yeah.
And it was close to the village, so it was great.
That's
Cool.
so how many years did you spend in that apartment?
That apartment was probably 5 years.
5 years.
What a time,
or
I
4 or
bet.
5 years.
In the 80.
1980. Well, that was around 89
89. Okay.
to 95.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. It was
That's
great.
awesome.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's funny because, I'll do stand-up and people they'll want to talk about SNL or, Chris Farley, which is fine. And I'll do it sometimes if they really want it. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing Mr. Subliminal. No, I want to try this bit I'm working on.
Yeah, I got something else I'm cooking up.
Sure. That's why you're staying relevant, you know?
Yeah. I knew some really good comics here at the Comedy Store. I mean, they were like top shelf, and they never came up with new material.
Man,
They're still doing like John Wayne impressions and, you know,
Interesting.
Jimmy Carter, you know, all those people.
Yeah.
for sure.
So you do have to keep it fresh. I don't.
But
you
for
know,
your own self, I think is important because, like, but you're a creative person to the bone. I mean, I see you draw as well.
Yeah.
And it's so
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
impressive.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank
it's like and yeah, I mean, you're so multifaceted in your creativity.
That's kind of my problem. I like to do too many things.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Like I haven't had a chance to draw like in a year
Okay.
because I've been editing. You know, I
Yeah.
do these hikes, and then you know, I play the guitar and the banjo.
I was gonna ask about that.
I play
Cool.
the 5-string banjo, and then I'm learning the piano.
What kind of guitar do you have, or what's your favorite guitar?
Oh, I play acoustic guitar.
Okay, cool.
But I do
Martin?
have a Fender.
Oh, okay.
I have a Martin. I have my favorite is an Olson.
Okay.
It's more of a finger picking
I
James
play
Taylor.
drums.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Acoustic drums?
I have an electric and an acoustic. I practice in an electric because
Yeah.
it's quieter, you know. But
Yeah.
Saves
That was
energy.
the thing with the banjo. It was like I didn't get really good at it because I only played in my room. I was afraid to play with other people. And I had to play softly too because nobody liked the banjo.
It's
So
not
I
a
like it.
soft instrument either. Bing, ding,
No,
ding,
I
ding,
know
ding,
it.
ding.
I had to put a sock around
yeah.
the top
People
of
think
it.
some deliverance shit's going on in the other room. Yeah.
I did get together once to play in a bluegrass band, but they didn't like it because I had the sock around the thing. But yeah, so I like doing a lot of stuff. So I do a lot of stuff good, but not great.
Yeah.
You know.
Same.
Yeah. So you've been playing the drums for how long?
Since I was 14, I'm 39 now, so a very long
Wow.
time. Yeah, but there's a lot of comedian drummers like Dice, Dana,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Bill Burr played drums.
Yeah, there's something. Steve Simone, who's a paid regular here, said that Dice gave him a signed drum head once, and it said, "Comedy is timing, drumming is timing, comedy is timing, timing is everything."
Whoa.
So, something like that. So I always like think about rhythm with stand up and.
You are very
all of that.
rhythmic when you speak, though, like when you're with your cadence.
Yeah, I have I had older parents, and so I grew up watching a lot of older stand up, and I think a lot of that, sometimes I tap into
Like
this
me?
very no, like no
Younger than
Not
you.
that old.
so I do have this kind of, sometimes I'll tap into this cadence of like
Yeah.
maybe Rodney or like these sort of things, but yeah, it is very rhythmic.
I got to tell you something, man. I did a thing at the Dynasty typewriter.
Great
theater.
place, yeah.
They had some kind of thing where the band plays
Cool.
behind you, and they'll play the mood of what you're talking about.
Oh, cool.
And you start
Creating?
not creating, but you start delivering a material with that beat, and you could see the beats, and when
Yeah.
you take them, and I thought, this is so cool, man. It is kind of a mellifluous, kind of just a real kind of a cadence to your material, and where you could actually, it's like singing with a band because you're doing stand up.
Yeah,
I
could see that.
I've seen it done a few times with Kaylee, who plays the piano in the original room with Don Barris.
Oh.
And she kind of matches his
If he's sad or he's telling a sad story,
Yes.
the piano will get sad. Or
and you see how that kind of instigates more of his story.
Yeah.
And I just, when you're trying to work on a bit, sometimes I think maybe I just need a melancholy something in the back. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, there it is. Now I'm starting to
Yeah.
develop it a little bit
And it
more.
helps you take your breaks too. You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we know music a lot, so you could kind of hear it in your head and when to do your dialogue and
Yeah.
take a break for that little thing, and then you come back in.
Sure.
It was really kind of fun to do that. I'd like to do that again.
That's awesome.
Do you think, because you speak about, like, do you think patience is important when you're creating comedy?
Yeah, I think it is. I learned a lot from Gary Shandling. We would, I would be on the road and I'd call him because I was doing like a corporate gig, maybe for, I don't know, Microsoft, and the CEO, whatever the guy's name was, I would say, Gary, I'm here in Tucson, Arizona, and I'm about to do this gig, and I know nothing about this company or this guy. And we would start talking about different, ideas.
Yeah.
And we would come up with a joke And then I'd say, okay, good. Now let's try. Let's talk about the the hotel. He goes, no. Let's stay with this. Let's get some more out of this.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the one that told me you need to milk your jokes more.
Oh.
So this is a problem with LA with starting at these short open mics. When you have 3 minutes, your jokes get very short. Set
Yeah.
up punch, and I have a problem sometimes with expanding on that idea.
I'm terrible.
And I need to do that more. So
Yeah.
that's good to hear.
Do you
Just
think
kinda-
that's part of the whole attention deficit thing?
I was gonna say.
Yes, but I think I've also just had it for 14 years now, just sort of like trying to keep attention in a bad bar open mic. And just, I don't know if I've ever had the time. Now I do more, but the time to sort of expand,
The attention span thing is really kind of shifting, I think, everything as far as even stand-up, or even if you're something on TikTok or
Sure.
Instagram, it's got to be short.
Yeah.
People are not going to stay with it.
Yeah.
But I find my own, I mean, my phone, the phones in general, but personally, is like, it is the absolute detriment to my own creativity.
The phone.
I find myself on my phone, if I'm on my phone in the morning, my writing is, it's like all over the place. There's not a good sense of like, it's just, it's
Yeah.
very sporadic, and it just fries that piece of my attention, I think, maybe where I can focus or think about a bit for longer. Just
Yeah,
doesn't
it's a
feel-
distraction for sure. I know it. I mean, I like to walk around. I'll go somewhere, like I'll go to a coffee shop, not a Starbucks, but someplace and I'll think this would be a good place to write.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
get your laptop,
Yeah.
or it used to be like just a legal pad. But yeah, the phone, it's great, and then it's horrible.
Totally.
Yeah.
Every day I go, okay, I'm not going on my phone at all. But then I go, well, what if I get a call from my agent or my manager?
That's
what
it.
what if this, what if that? And then I thought, well, I'll just have a message that says, hey, if you really need to get a hold of me, call my wife or whatever.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
And I'll walk through the airport, you know what I mean? And I'll see everybody. Most of them are on their phones or an iPad or a
Just
laptop.
down.
And I can think, what is becoming of this world? I have no idea what's going, let me Google what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm on the
Sure.
phone too. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Because you almost feel odd if you're not on your phone, right? If you're just over there looking and like trying to make eye contact with people, sometimes you look like the freak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where you're,
yeah.
like, where you're conscious and never.
It's almost like a cigarette. Someone takes one out and you go, oh yeah, I'll take mine out too.
Yep.
You know?
Yes.
Yep.
I did. I went to the Hollywood Reservoir. Have you been up there?
No, I've never been.
It's
Many
beautiful.
times, yeah.
I love it. And I was like, I'm not gonna have a phone. I'm not gonna have any earphones. I'm just gonna raw dog the walk.
Oh.
Raw dog the
Raw
walk.
dog the walk.
See, I'm like scared hearing that, which is
It
bad.
it
I
is
don't like
scary.
that.
It felt scary, which made me upset that I felt so vulnerable without all this stuff. But
Yeah.
it felt like, okay, I have to get in here, think about what's happening here. And once I was in a place and I kind of got into it, it felt really nice. It was very like,
I love walking without earbuds, listening to music.
Yeah.
Because I really I like to hike and walk in the canyons alone, and I meditate. I'm so creative, you know. I will bring my phone, but just for notes, you know,
Yes.
just talking to it.
Yeah.
But I won't listen to any music. And even in the car, mostly, I'll just drive and think. Because when you're not doing that, you're among other people and you're, you know,
yeah, you're just filling your
Yeah.
your head with.
yeah.
It's very indulgent.
But I will have to write things down. Like you guys probably, all these, you forget them.
I
Yeah,
write things down all the
sure.
time.
And it's like losing a sneeze.
I know.
Oh,
You know, it's like,
Sucks.
oh, why did I write that down? What was it? What was it? I'll come up with it eventually, you know.
I fixate on it. Do you do that where you're like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
had that good idea, and then you're like,
What was it?
And I'll spend 45 minutes just trying to think of it, and meanwhile, all these other things are
Yeah.
happening
Yeah,
around
yeah.
me, and all I'm thinking
You
about.
backtrack too. Well, let's see, I was reading that. I was doing
Yeah.
I
that.
talked to him about farting, and then after that, what was that?
Yeah.
Like I had a really good idea for a long time, but I never flushed it out. I would always talk about it if it happened in a club. And then I thought of it. I thought, I should like flush that out, write some hunk on it. And I didn't write it down. I forgot what it was. And then I was listening to, I don't know, I had a conversation with somebody. And I remember what it was. It was the person in the comedy club that has a real distracting and annoying laugh.
Oh,
You can't throw them out because they're laughing, you know?
Yes.
What do you do?
Yeah.
It's like you're having sex with somebody and they're screaming too loud, and you go, "Hey, you're out of here."
Yeah. You gotta go.
Yeah, but I think that's a real fertile area right there.
Oh, that's great.
You know, where you just sit down. That's the one thing I don't do is just sit there for like an hour thinking, just to write for myself. I've written for other people. Like I did the Ellen Oscars. I wrote for her.
Wow.
But it was just kind of like, it wasn't like an official writing job. I wasn't in the room. I was like at home doing it. And I did learn that if you're going to write for somebody, like for an award show with a host, don't submit your stuff too far back from the actual date, because they'll get other stuff and that'll become stale. So you hold on to
that's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I think I got maybe one joke in.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the joke was?
No.
Oh, dang.
Do you ever have, just as a creative person, do you ever have thoughts with like overthinking or anxiety or things like that? Does your brain, does the creative stuff ever kind of become, you can't really choose what you overthink about. You ever had issues? No? Okay.
No.
Well, must be nice.
No, I mean, it's like you can't get a song out of your head sometimes. It's like the same with a joke. You know? But I tend to do that more with other people's jokes. I'll be driving home going, "That's a good joke.
I do that
That's
too.
a real good joke." You know, and I think I love like Bill Burr. I'm a fan of his, but he doesn't really have, maybe he does in a certain way, craft a joke. There used to be craftsmanship with a joke. You know, you'd have a setup, and then you would fool people by the, you would surprise them
Punchline,
by the punchline.
Yeah. Call back later.
Callbacks,
Whatever, yeah.
all that stuff. It was a real craft.
Formula.
And it still is a craft, but I think it's kind of, it's turned a direction a little bit, and a lot of directions where some people are doing that, and, you know, and it's grown, you know, and everything has grown with stand-up. The crowds, you know, it's become such a, for a while there was a dip in it, and then it came back up. It's like the stock market, you know, it came back up again, and
2008.
everybody wants to see stand-up. I can't believe it. Like the lines all the way, you know, down to, you know, all the way down, and I was trying to think of a store.
Ralph's. Rock and Roll Ralph's.
All the way down to Tower Records, which is that way.
Yeah.
I think it's gone now.
Yeah, it's
Tower
gone.
Records.
It's a Blockbuster now.
Well, you're not going to want to hear this, but Blockbuster is actually gone too.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, yeah, everything has changed, and but I do like crafting jokes. I do like a good, like sometimes
Oh,
I'm
me
doing my
too.
stand-up, I'll be doing my stuff thinking, how did you come up with this?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, this is really good. You know, do you got any more of those in you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
worry
I
that I
don't.
don't sometimes. Yeah, that was the last one.
I think my best jokes come from this place of like no think. Do you ever get that where you
Yeah.
like you come up, because I'll spend so much time just like, oh, gotta hammer out this joke, gotta get this joke, and then the second I'm like, you know, buying something at Rock and Roll Ralph's, I'm like, non-binary, da-da-da-da-da, and then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just pops in your head, and that becomes the one.
I know. Do you, sometimes people say, how do you come up with your material? And it's, of course, there's a lot of different ways, you know. A lot of times I'll be talking with friends or someone I just met, and I'll see something funny, and I got to remember it, because I don't want to take out my phone and write it down then, because they'll
Yeah.
think,
Right.
oh, he's writing down, he thought that was funny.
Yes, I'm doing that. I do that all the time.
I do it. I go, hey, I got to write this down, man. I'm sorry. I'm listening, but hold on.
See, but then I feel like that ruins a stream, like a conscious.
Some
I don't
more
know.
stuff.
Yeah.
So then I have to store it in this like weird neurotic part of my brain, and then I'll unpack it when I'm usually in the bathroom.
Yeah, cool.
But that's again where you could forget it and you go, what did I say that was so? And then you ask everybody, hey, did I say something funny? What was it where you laughed at that?
But then here comes the question. It's like you're the best at stand-up, right? When you're super present, super mindful, and you don't have all those neurotic thoughts happening. So, and a lot of that teaching is like you just have to let it go. But then how do we do that? Because we can't just let go of everything that comes into our brain, because then we won't have any ideas to write about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But the other thing, too, about forgetting is when you're on stage and you say something that's new, and you go, I got to remember that. I got to remember that.
Or tape it all.
You got to always tape it if you can, or have the club tape it,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you? This is one of the questions I like to ask. Do you have a biggest fear?
Biggest fear?
And that can be professional, personal, or you know.
Aside from death?
Is death
the
a fear?
biggest.
'Cause
Actually,
some
you know, it's
people
not a
don't-
fear anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
My
like,
fear is, Having somebody not like me.
Yeah. I was just thinking if we had someone dressed as the Grim Reaper, right? When
Yeah,
you
we're
said
like,
death,
actually-
here we go, prove it.
Come on, it's Christina Applegate. Come on.
Let me see. Let me think about that for a minute. Fear is. Oh God, I guess I'm not that afraid of many things.
Wow.
Oh, I know my biggest fear is it's something happened to my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like he just started driving.
Sure.
So it's kind of one of those things like he doesn't want to drive. Thank God. But then you got to drive because all your
Yeah.
friends are driving and you got to get places to work and you got to pick up a girl or
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
And so it's so much like do it, but you're wishing no. I wish there were no cars at all. You know?
Yeah.
But so that's my biggest fear. What about yours? Bombing.
Yeah. Well, I did that yesterday, so I gotta look. My biggest fear right now, I don't know. I think it's just being comfortable in my own. I mean, with comfortable in my own voice, having confidence in like what I am, and
So you're afraid you'll never get to that.
yeah,
or
like
lose it.
or like I'm not good enough, or
Yeah.
like whatever my voice is isn't strong enough or good enough, and therefore my art won't be perceived.
That's something that could go on for the rest of your life. And then you just keep creating and creating. It's like, for me, this is going to sound really shallow. I've always chased the six-pack.
Yeah.
I had it once for 5 minutes because I starved myself. And I could see it going away. I watched it go away. I said, please come back. Come back.
Did you see it go 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1?
Yeah. So then I started thinking, just recently I thought, just live your life. After a certain age, you're going to get a belly. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you really should have a six-pack.
Yeah,
You
sure.
really should have a six-pack. We're all striving.
Can you make a six-pack out of flab?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Maybe tattoo
shadow
it
it.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
Hobby Lobby, you just figured out rubber bands.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My wife said to me the other day, I had my hand bent like that a little bit. She goes, why are you wearing all those rubber bands on your wrist? I said, that's my skin. That's my
Oh.
skin. Because it wrinkled up.
It comes for everybody.
Yeah.
I know it.
Do you have a biggest fear?
Probably death and everything surrounding that.
Oh, shoot.
People that I love, and then also what Fury said about like getting older at the end of my life and going, man, I really could have done more to make the life I want happen.
You mean maybe regrets are your biggest fear?
Like that, yeah. But I procrastinate and things like that. So I need to get better about that so that I don't have any regrets. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Another one of my fears is that I would hurt somebody's feelings.
Sure.
Like I remember my son once, we were playing basketball. He was probably 8 or 9. And I guess I was being too forceful with him to play. Like hitting him around. Put that layup in. Yeah, get that in.
That is a knife.
But I think I was probably teasing him.
Yeah.
Like, you got nothing. And then he stopped and he went, and he started crying.
Oh.
I felt horrible. I thought, oh my God, I'm sorry. What I'm saying, no, it's okay. He didn't want, because I think his friend was playing tennis in the next court. And he thought he would hear me saying that to him. But I mean, to this day, I still can't let it go.
About it.
But so that's one of my fears is to hurt somebody.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. It's like when I'm driving sometimes and I'm about to get road rage, somebody told me once, pretend that driver is your brother or someone in your family, and it just goes away. You don't even...
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what people are going through,
I always find it because I don't get road rage that much because I usually cause it. So, but I do think it's I do find it interesting when someone does get mad at me or angry and like the words that come out of people's mouths, like right on the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
I had some guy really angry at me. When I was a driver for Waymo. I had I was in a store once, and I didn't know this woman was waiting in line, and I, mistakenly I cut in front of her to pay for something, and she yelled at me, and then I left. I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know," and I was like in a sad mood that day anyway, and so I kind of waited till she came out of the store, and I said, hey, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I'm having a bad day too. She goes, I'm not having a bad day. Oh, so much for that theory.
Yeah. So don't apologize ever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you make it worse, you know. Like I remember I accidentally hurt someone's feelings here at the store. A comedian where they were roasting me. I roasted them back, and then they got mad at the roast that I said. Okay, and then I just totally backtracked and was like, no, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean it. I meant you looked like this. And then she was like, what do you mean I look like this? And I was like, no, like before. And then you just gotta get out. Just get out of that situation.
Yeah.
And then eventually we're okay.
Yeah.
But
Hey, about 5 minutes ago, I said something funny. What was it?
Oh my God. Can
We'll
we
be
run
right
the tape back? Yeah.
well, I don't want to keep you for very long. We've done about
I'm
an
enjoying
hour
this.
15.
This is great.
Thank you so much for coming in, Kevin. I really
pleasure.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
this is incredible. It's,
I'm excited for you guys. I mean, you got your whole career ahead of you. You not so much, but you.
yeah, I get it. Sure. Clip that.
We're in together.
But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, enjoy it. It's just great.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Truly so cool. It really means a lot for you to be here. And I know we're just a bunch of slim pickings, but
You're telling me. No, I love you guys. I mean, I love talking comedy, and I know you guys are engaged in it, and you're wide-eyed and excited about it, as I am still. You know, I love seeing new young comics. You know, like people are talking about you a lot. You not so much.
Yeah, I get it.
No, you're both amazing comedians, and you're only going to get better and better and more expansive with your ideas. And I mean, who knows what comedy will look like in 20 years from now? You know, what'll make people laugh then? Because as far as the shock comedy, it's not shocking anymore because it's been done so much. You got to have material. I do think, I keep my act clean just because, I grew up that way. In our house, I knew one day my parents would come to see me. I wanted to have a clean act. And also, you couldn't get on TV back then unless you had clean material because there wasn't all the streaming. But I forget what I was going to say. I should have written it down. But yeah, I also think that it kind of enhances a joke, I think, for a lot of comedians if you incorporate some, like vulgarity in it, like, a couple of F's, fucks and shits,
Yeah.
and because you use that as an adjective and it really hits it harder, but for me, I never got into that.
Yeah.
So I'm at a disadvantage, really, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you're a clean comic, you think you're at a disadvantage?
No, but sometimes I'll think if I added a fuck right there, that would really hit a lot harder,
Interesting.
And then also, of course, if you do it too much, it takes away from the impact of it.
That's true. That's true.
But I used to say to people, why do I used to think, why are they just talking about all that stuff? It's everybody's, a lot of people are doing that. Why not be different? But they don't know. They're not creative enough, and they'll probably only go to a certain level and not get by that.
Well, it's like now, like you're saying with phones and stuff, we're engaging in like kind of similar content. So I think that's why you see some of the same things happening on stage because people are like, oh, this happened and this is the word and this is kind of like
buzzword, whatever. Yeah.
So we're not really thinking in a sphere of like uniqueness or creativity.
There's a lot of distractions out there. This is what I've been doing lately. My wife thinks I might have the early onset of dementia.
Okay.
Just because I put the gallon of milk in the cupboard with the glasses.
That's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because I took the milk out, I had the glasses, I opened up the cupboard, I put the milk back in there.
Yeah.
I was just 3 feet off.
Yeah.
And that happened twice like in a year. And then I would leave the stove on once in a while.
Yeah.
The burners, they're very small. It's like I turn it the wrong way. It's like a pilot size,
Totally.
It's not going to burn the house down.
Yeah.
And I would leave the car running sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I had an electric car for a while. And then when it shuts itself off or it's quiet. So then I get out of the other car. I leave it running, because it's hybrid and it's quiet.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking maybe she's right. Maybe, but I don't really want to know if I have dementia or not. So I ended up doing a fundraiser for an Alzheimer's group, and it was loaded with neuro, doctors.
Yeah.
And I went to the head one. I go, I ask you one question about dementia? And I told her what I was doing. And she goes, no, that's distraction. With everything happening with the phones and all that, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I like people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I have friends, I'll say, you know what? I've been getting like a real sharp pain here. They go, oh yeah, I get that too. That's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal. I think, thank you.
Those are the best
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
You're like, it's coming from my heart. I'm
really
smelling
sharp
burnt
pain.
toast. And they're like, yeah, me too.
That's yeah, right. That happens all the time.
That was me too. I love breakfast.
That's a good friend right there.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got blood coming out of my anus. I got that happening right now. It's happening right now for me.
Yeah, should we get coffee?
Let's go grab a coffee. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
your
I grew
time.
up watching you guys, man. This is a
Oh.
real treat
Yeah,
to
Kat, I grew up watching you. You not so much.
take a break. We'll do it.
We'll be right back. All right. Thank
All
you
right,
so
that's
much.
a wrap.
All right.
Bye.
Kevin.